Welcome everybody to Shellz Shoots. Basically on my way to work today. It's my first video uploading on the channel. Driving into work today, I am getting just overwhelmingly pissed off about the Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar main event at WrestleMania. For a year now, WWE has been booking this main event, knowing that it was going to happen, so it took all the prestige out of the Elimination Chamber. We all knew Roman was going to win. We knew at some point, somehow, Roman would get his way to the main event with Brock Lesnar. And to be honest with you, I'm just sick of it. I'm absolutely tired of WWE pushing Roman Reigns down our throats. He's not going to get over. And this little ploy they're trying now with, okay, Brock Lesnar didn't show up on Raw and, you know, he doesn't care about the business. Probably true. He probably doesn't care about the business. But if anybody thinks that wasn't a work, you haven't been watching wrestling. You know nothing about the business. Vince McMahon, the second Roman Reigns started talking, would have cut that mic off and Roman would have had no voice. For some reason, that's Vince McMahon's prodigal son, it might as well be. Because they do nothing but try to get him over. That is their number one priority in creative, is get Roman Reigns over as a babyface. I don't know when they're going to realize it's just not going to work. Fans do not like Roman Reigns. Do I think he's a good athlete? Absolutely. Do I think that he could have the charisma? Maybe. But his mic skills are garbage. Unless he goes on a rant. His promo the other night, don't get me wrong, that promo was fantastic. The way he went out there, and it seemed like it was from the heart. It seemed like he was really telling it the way he felt. Which might be. I mean, you know, the full-timers always have a problem with the part-timers, even though they've earned that spot. And, you know, like Chris Jericho, you know, and John Cena, and The Undertaker, and The Big Show, then Kane. You know, these guys paved the way. These guys are the ones who created wrestling, you know, in the modern era. These are the guys that put together, you know, a fan base of fans that now we stay with the business. We stay watching the programs every week on TV, even though it's so segmented and boring. But yet I'll tune in every Monday and Tuesday night, you know, to basically see what happens, to see if there's anything crazy that'll transpire. But it never does. So on to the Mixed Match Challenge. This has to be one of the stupidest things that WWE has done since the XFL, which is a whole nother topic I'm not even going to get into in today's video. The Mixed Match Challenge, okay, on paper, you know, and creatively seems like a good idea, but the way it's booked, nobody really cares about these thrown together tag teams, you know, transgender. Excuse me, not transgender. Nobody cares about, you know, a mixed tag team match. You know, they might, 75,000 viewers, is that really a lot in what they, you know, in the amount of people that are on Facebook and that are WWE fans? No. We all know Asuka and The Miz are going to win it because Asuka's not taking her first loss in the Mixed Match Challenge. So we already know it's coming to, you know, a close of where they're going to be the ones winning. And basically that's it. Now, could there be an upset? You know, could we see somebody else win? Maybe. You know, WWE has been known to throw a swerve here and there. But this is just a morning rant. I mean, this is my first video. I'm all over the place, and I apologize, but I don't have any inside information, you know, like Wrestling Inc. or any of these other channels, which I could if I do my research, I'm sure. We're going to basically just talk about wrestling on this channel. Every morning on the way to work, I'll try to post a video, you know, to tell you guys my opinions and how I feel about the business and what's going on. You know, and there's not much. Everything is so predictable now. You know, everything, I could sit there and while I'm watching the videos, I'm telling my wife what's going to happen. Even in the Elimination Chamber of when each person was getting eliminated. Okay, Finn Balor's hitting his high spots. He's hitting all his finishers. Now Braun's going to come in and put the nail in the coffin for him. And every time it happened. The only one I was surprised went out as fast as he did is John Cena. And speaking of that, that is another thing I wanted to talk about. John Cena's road to WrestleMania. Is it going to be The Undertaker? Doubt it. Undertaker has openly said he did not want to come back, for another match. And why he would have to come back against John Cena, I don't know. I don't know, once again, in my personal opinion, I don't know why WWE creative or even fans in general would think that is, the match that we want to see. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. It serves no interest to me. You have two old veterans going against each other. Undertaker went out last year the way he did. In my opinion, that should have been it. He goes out, leaves his hat and his gloves in the ring, walks out into a cloud of smoke the same way he came in. Mysterious, leaves mysterious, stay retired, Taker. That is my opinion. If for some odd reason Mark Calloway is watching this video, which I know he won't, Undertaker, keep your legacy protected and retire. John Cena, on the other hand, John Cena is hated by the WWE Universe. The only fans that he's holding on to are the 5 to 10-year-old kids, and maybe the mothers who think John Cena is God. Besides that, Cena, your time with WWE is winding down. I say you turn heel. Turn him heel. Bring him into the main event, or not the main event, but bring him into some type of match at WrestleMania. Do a safe match. In my opinion, it wouldn't be so bad to do a John Cena, Randy Orton with some sort of stipulation. But Taker and Cena just doesn't work for me. Now, John Cena, I'm guessing his road is he's going to go to Backlash now. He won last night, or Fastlane, I'm sorry. He's going to go and be in the title picture at Six Packs Challenge, which obviously you knew he was winning because 3 seconds after the match was over, they already had the little thing made up on the bottom with his face in a Six Packs Challenge. Obviously I knew he was winning, of course, but so now Cena goes on. Something has to happen at this pay-per-view at Fastlane to set up Cena's WrestleMania match, because he's not just going to get eliminated like he did in the Chamber. There's going to be, some build-up to who eliminates him in that match. My opinion is it's probably going to be somebody in that match that he faces at WrestleMania. It won't be Corbin. It won't be Dolph Ziggler. What I'd really like to see, and I know this is really stretching, I'd like to see somehow Daniel Bryan costing the match, and we have a John Cena, Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania. I know that's, fantasy, but who wouldn't want to see that? Get the Bella Twins involved somehow, and get some sort of, rivalry match within the family. Now, that's real life. That's soap opera. That's what the WWE Universe wants to see. But it'll never happen. I said it to my wife while we were watching last night, and it would just, it doesn't seem like something feasible that would happen. But you never know. Daniel Bryan has been cleared by doctors outside of the WWE to come in and, and wrestle, but WWE doctors just won't clear him for whatever reason. Now, I don't know. Yeah, but that's that on that. It would be good. In my opinion, it would be a good match. It's a safe match for Daniel Bryan, especially if you get the Bella Twins involved. Make it a tag match. It keeps Bryan protected, putting him in the ring with a good worker like Cena is. Cena, obviously, as much as I don't like him as a character, as a wrestler in the ring, he's safe. So that would keep Daniel Bryan protected. And then that would make for a good WrestleMania storyline, in my opinion. That's his road to WrestleMania. Other than that, in the match, you have Dolph Ziggler, you have Baron Corbin, and you have Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. He's not winning the title. Everybody has been wanting to see this AJ Styles Nakamura main event. So that's got to be set in stone, in my opinion. But where does John Cena go from here? No other character in that match, intrigues me to tune in. In my opinion, this year's WrestleMania is probably going to be one of the worst WrestleManias of my lifetime. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns does nothing for me. Obviously, they're building to a Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, which, okay, is cool. But what happens? Ronda Rousey's not going to lose her debut match, if that does happen to be her debut match. So, they're going to walk away somehow. There'll be a stipulation. I mean, it's cool. I always like seeing Triple H in his Mania matches. His entrances are real cool. He's getting a little worn down in the ring. He's not as,